Have you experienced professionals not understanding your needs?
At Peer Power, we identify professionals not understanding young people's needs.
At Peer Power, when we recruit young people, we train them to become Peer Power experts through a 3-day intensive training. They learn about the organisation, empathy and the storytelling code of ethics, which is how to tell your story effectively. There is then the opportunity for young people to become Peer Power leaders. This involves going on more training and then being contracted to work with young people. Peer leaders will then have the opportunity to put on their own social action projects. Our current cohort have already created mini sports sessions, mental health sessions and grief and counselling sessions. Through the training they receive, they are able to go out into the world and do it all themselves, becoming a master in their own craft.
As professional organisations, it's absolutely essential that we do co-production because we're often developing services for the most vulnerable people, and there is no better way of developing those services without their involvement, unless we've got their involvement within that, because we just naturally produce better services that are appropriate for those people at the right time in the right space and absolutely when it's needed, and not just driven by someone who thinks they know best. It is actually driven by the people who know best.
We are at Newcastle at a conference event, and we came here today to tell our story and run a workshop on empathy. We feel like our charity is rooted through empathy, and empathy should be implemented within professionals in their practice. Co-production is an important and often overlooked value in society. It's important to recognise people as assets and build on people's capabilities. It's about developing two-way reciprocal relationships and encouraging peer support. Not to mention blurring boundaries between delivering and receiving services. And ensuring power is balanced between people getting support and the people who support them.
I'm really inspired today, meeting all these guys, about thinking about how we can get co-production back on the agenda in our trust. We're moving towards really thinking about person-centred care, but also trauma-informed care for all the people that use our services and for the staff that work in our organisation. And I would love to have these guys come along and do some workshops with some of our staff, especially in our children's services.
The empathy has really struck home. It's about understanding, not just simply nodding. It's about taking that time, and you might have a busy schedule, but if you've not listened properly, you've not heard somebody and what they're really trying to tell you, and they'll shut down. You know, it's pointless. Young people need to know you care. And listening to some of the guys' stories, I think that really struck me, because I've worked in this service 20 years, and at times you do think, have I missed something there? Did I not listen properly? Especially when you get young people in crisis. So I think that's something I'll take back with me.
Co-production is very valuable because it gives young people the rare opportunity to really have their voice said directly to professionals and tell them directly what they need and how, and the things that work out for them and the things that could also improve. Rarely you see decisions and events happen where both professionals and young people are directly engaging with each other, but really builds that bridge between professionals and young people to connect better and to be able to understand each other more.